again one of the hottest tickets in town. They're excited about Big East Conference basketball. On Groundhog Day, Punxsutawney Phil has predicted 6 more weeks of Panther basketball. But standing in their way, three-point sharpshooter Gary Buchanan and cross-state rival Villanova. Brandon Knight leads the way for Pittsburgh into the first meeting between these two teams in almost 2 years. It's next. Fitzgerald Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh is expected to be filled to capacity. It's the final meeting between these Big East arch rivals in the 50-year history of this grand old building. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Glad you could join us today. Dave Ryan alongside Doris Burke. Jay Wright is first year at Nova. The Wildcats are surging in Big East Conference play with a 4-4 record, and Brooke Sales is a big reason.
It's no coincidence that he's their only 4-year Big East starter, and since the conference has started, all that experience has paid dividends. His productivity in conference has gone way up, averaging nearly 10 boards a game. He leads the conference in rebounding, but more important than anything else, it's his leadership. Since January 1, this guy has been the focal point, and in big moments has stepped up. Very respectable free throw field goal shooting. Had the game winner against Virginia Tech. This team looks to him.
For Pittsburgh and Ben Howland having a great season so far. Their leader has been Brandon Knight. He's the best assist man in the Big East Conference. Defensively, normally the stopper is Julius Page, but he can contribute offensively as well.
Yeah, in conference play, his numbers have gone up as well, and obviously he's their defensive stopper. He draws the best scoring guard night in and night out, but it's been his offensive game and the ability to help Brandon Knight score points that has helped this team win 18 games, a very respectable 40% from three-point territory.
Well, in this bitter rivalry, Doris, 3 of the last 4 wins have gone to Villanova. On the road, it's a tough task. They'll try to make it 4 out of 5. When we come back, opening lineups and the tip-off.
Sometimes the highly developed male will communicate via hand signals. We have the next game of billiards. Spot on. Would you care for another rolling rock? A rock would be splendid.
You want to play doubles?
Yeah, sure.
Correction, make that 4 rocks. Well played. I'm excited. Me too.
Rolling Rock beer. Grab a rock.
Hungry? You've come to the right place. The home of great brands and great taste. Conagra Foods. We set America's table. Still hungry? Conagra has the foods America craves at mealtime, snack time, or any time. Conagra Foods. We set America's table.
What do you say to those who imagine the things the rest of us might never think of?
The money isn't the first thing. The idea is the first thing.
How was it that they always seemed to make ends meet when you're sure that money was the last thing on their minds?
It does relieve your mind, allows you to focus on your work.
The most sensible investments I've made have been made by others.
For 80 years, TIA CREF has managed money for people with other things to think about. Log on to see what we can do for you.
3 big reasons why Beaner is better.
It's just amazing how many Audis they have in stock. It seems like they always have the car that I'm looking for.
It's a pleasure getting your car serviced at Beaner Audi. They make it so easy.
Over the years, at least 8 cars from Beaner. The customer service department speaks for itself.
Our family has satisfied over 1 million customers since 1929. Come see for yourself why Beaner is better.
Everyone wants to be prepared for a rainy day, and no one understands that better than the First National Bank of Long Island. For 75 years and through all economic climates, our customers have come to rely on the personal level of service they enjoy in every aspect of their banking experience. As we celebrate 3/4 of a century dedicated to serving communities throughout Long Island, we look with confidence to a bright future. The First National Bank of Long Island, a beacon of strength for 75 years.
Today's Big East basketball game is brought to you by Hyundai, where driving is believing. Come test drive the full lineup of exciting new cars at your local Hyundai dealer today. By Advanced Auto Parts, the best part is our people. And by Cooper Tires, a lot of mileage for the money. Cooper Tires, drive on. Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, the Pitt campus, sold out for a fourth straight time. The last time this campus sold out this building 5 times in a row. The 91-92 season. Enthusiasm is back. For Jay Wright's Villanova Wildcats starting a brutal 4-game stretch. He tells us it's make or break for postseason chances. Gary Buchanan is the key, hitting on 49% of his three-point shots. The Wildcats leading scorer at more than 19 points a game. Jay Wright, first year at Nova, a former assistant for Rollie Massimino, preaching team defense. He thinks slowly but surely his players are buying into that philosophy. Pittsburgh featuring the Big East leader in assists, Brandon Knight, more than 6 per game, continuing to have a great season as the Panther point guard. Great defensive team as well, 6th best in the country. Their coaches, Ben Howland, 1 win from equaling the entire victory output of last year when the Panthers won 19 games, reached the Big East tournament final, and made the NIT. 6-3 league play. Ben Howland has his Pitt team off to its best conference record in 9 years. And Doris, there's the series history between these teams. Amazing, though, they haven't met since March of 2000.
Yeah, these are drastically different teams, and both teams are a tribute to hard defensive philosophy, excellent team defense, and committed to rebounding. As you see the officials, boy, what a crew. Higgins, Manji, and Bush.
Packed house is ready, making noise early. Sales and Morris jump at center court. Ricky Wright and Buchanan. The early 3 balls well off the mark. Brown had position on the rebound. Brooks Sales hustling. He's tied up. Possession arrow will go to Pittsburgh. First possession for the Panthers.
Well, Pitt opens man-to-man, and right away we get a look at one of the key matchups with Julius Page checking the best three-point shooter in the Big East Conference, and Gary Buchanan. Now, Page, he's an interesting guy. 6'3", can guard 3 different spots on the floor. We'll see. Can Gary Buchanan get good shots? That last one, not particularly pretty.
Little contact early. He was bothered. Pittsburgh aggressive defense, and the perimeter D has been outstanding all year long for Ben Howland. Can they match up with Gary Buchanan, who is so deadly from outside the arc?
It's interesting to see how they respond, because against Notre Dame, as the shot clock goes down, this is a team that handled them very well.
Brandon Knight pull up from 10. Back iron not there. Zabaskas a hand on the rebound, and Julius Page resets.
You got to check out the guards for Pittsburgh. Julius Page, Brandon Knight both do a good job rebounding the ball.
Zabaskas in the corner. Donatus a kick out. Deron Brown, the lefty pull up.
They certainly don't lack for energy at Pittsburgh to start, and that was a concern. They were handled easily by Notre Dame, gave up a season-high 89 points. Are they ready to play? That certainly looks like it, Dave.
That was the most points scored in a Big East Conference game since 1990. 89 given up in regulation by Ben Howland. And Pittsburgh, he called it embarrassing. Their loss a couple of nights back. Wednesday in South Bend. Stripped from right. Brown looks to run. This team had a 10-game win streak. Started off the year winning 5 in a row. Struggled lately, though. The block from Sales starts to break for Buchanan. He'll hit.
Now you can see his handle is not tight, but it's nonetheless improved and effective in transition. And Brooks Sales makes the defensive play. An unheralded guy, Brooks Sales, but certainly steady.
19.2 points a game for Gary Buchanan to lead the way for Villanova. And we're tied early. Morris left low block. Stripped. Good hands, Villanova, and good hustle by Buchanan on the sideline. Tim Higgins, one of the 3 referees today, says he is out of bounds.
You can see what the guards give you. Page, Brown, and Brandon Knight. All of them rebounded extremely well. Amongst the 3 of them, 15 boards a game. Why is this Pittsburgh team a good rebounding team? Because their guards hit the glass.
Everybody rebounds hard. Shot clock 10 and dwindling for Knight. 3 balls short. Right a hand on the rebound. Kick back out, and Brandon will reset again. A fresh 35. Hold up the dribble. Here's Page. Julius really has taken off lately with the offense. Zabaskas taking the long 2 just inside the arc.
Yeah, Ricky Wright, who's normally used to guarding the post, has to step out against Zabaskas. Zabaskas will take you wide. He's capable from the perimeter.
Second leading scorer, Donatas Zabaskas. More than 11 per game. And another steal for Pittsburgh. Second turnover for Nova early. Brown spins, looks for Morris. On a hand, trying to strip the ball down low. Sales And Sullivan got a piece of it. And Reggie Bryant is going to make his first appearance. Chad Johnson will come in for Pittsburgh.
I think the one thing you've got to test if you're Villanova, you've got two experienced bodies inside in Ricky Wright and Brooks Sales. I think you should attack Pittsburgh inside, see what you can get in there.
Johnson just off the bench. Knight, the high pick from Zavaskis. Donatis gets it back. Right elbow, won't take the shot. Shot clock again, dwindles down to 10. Pittsburgh patient, but the turnover one more time.
Well, pretty solid defense on a pick and roll by Villanova. You got good hedge help, but everybody recovered to their spots.
Andrew Sullivan may have taken one extra step, no call though. Morris didn't see a potential steal coming. Knight did. That's why Brandon's one of the best in that category in the Big East. Page taking 3 ball.
Yeah, that's a turnover on one end. Really on force. Reggie Bryant gives it up easily, and it costs you 3. So essentially what could have been a 5-point turnaround right there.
Recent 4-game stretch for Julius Page. 17 points a game. 2 matchups with Georgetown, one with Syracuse, one with Miami. There's Wright, and the right low block, and he's fouled on the way up.
Turnovers have been the bane of Villanova's existence all season long. They really struggle with it. But when you can get the ball entered into Ricky Wright, his size, his good footwork should enable him to be successful today.
Mike Sweetney is the only player who has a better field goal percentage from Georgetown in Big East play than Ricky Wright has. 61.8% for Sweetney heading into Saturday's action. So Wright has had an impressive year. Starting this week, 6th best for Wright in the nation in that category. It's gone down a bit in the 2 games they played, St. Joe's and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6'7", but his upper body strength is excellent. Yeah, one of the things Ben Howland talked about this week, when he talked about Villanova, he said those 2 guys, Sales and Wright, they're 3- and 4-year guys. They've been around, Dave. They know what the conference is all about.
And Terry Ouellette, Pensacola Community College transfer out of Pensacola, Florida. Number 50 in white, first appearance for Ben Howland's Panthers. Snowden comes back in to the Nova lineup. Liberate Pittsburgh pace. Never changes much. They don't like scores in the 70s and 80s. They certainly don't want to give up 89, as they did Wednesday at Notre Dame. Page, another 3. Left side.
Well, why not go back to now? For Ben Howland, that's a good call. You set a stagger screen because Julius had just drained the 3. His confidence is going. His numbers, as we showed you in the open, are significantly up over the last 4 games.
2 threes, give him 6. No to the penetration off for Sales. A lot of contact. And eventually Wright able to pick up the loose change and score. 4 for Ricky. Team's 2nd leading scorer, almost 15 a game. Page in a groove. Because of his athleticism, plays like that, he can penetrate and pull up off the glass on Bryant.
Yeah, this is like the pro mentality. Ben Howland notices his guy's got it going, so what does he do? He clears the side of the floor. Which side? The left hand, because he's lefty. And his athleticism, he just rose right above the defender. That was pretty.
Not like he's just a set shooter, Doris.
Wow, that was nice.
He can do a little bit of everything. We've seen him have some absolutely electrifying stuffs as well. He has got hops.
Oh, he dunked in the face of Boubche to win at Georgetown last year. It's just one of the best plays in the conference last year.
Bryant for Sales, entry pass to Vasquez, a piece of it. Shot clock was at 5. Pittsburgh trying to call timeout, and they did it. Here's a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, you use an early one. You're hustling, you're scrapping, you get the timeout on the sideline. And well, what a start for Julius Page. He's, as we talked about already, 8 points, and we've not played a full 6 minutes of basketball. And he's been sensational. It's his athleticism. This is the play where they set a little stagger screen. He comes from one side, and here it comes, just straight off the Morris and Zavascus screen, and it's enough to tie up Gary Buchanan. And then this is the ISO. They set him up because he hits his first 2 jumpers, so they clear the left side of the floor, let him go to work. And what a start for this young man.
Doris, he's outscored Villanova himself, 8-6. Great start for Julius Page. Career best 21 points, including 4 threes here January 22nd against Syracuse, in a game Ben Howland called the biggest of his coaching tenure at Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Field goal numbers early looking good for Pitt. And Villanova does not have the opportunities.
And I think the best thing about this start for Pittsburgh, having won 18 games already, is they're going to lose one guy next year, and that's Chad Johnson. And he's not in the starting lineup. And Julius Page, look at the guys on this Pittsburgh team, all with tremendous upside. Torrey Morris can get better. Conditioning has got to be a key for him. Julius Page can get a lot better.
Heading into the brand new Peterson Event Center next year. Everyone looking forward to that here in Pittsburgh. Johnson down low, can't get the roll. Tip not there, and Wright battling for the rebound. Cannon has yet to unleash the firepower from three-point range. Snowden got caught up in the air. Kick out for Sullivan. Snowden, the sophomore captain point guard from Baltimore, has improved in terms of ball control lately. Not quite as scattered. Here's Sales.
Boy,
looks to pull up, nowhere to go with it.
Good team defense. Everybody staying in front of their man. No dribble penetration allowed.
Nowhere to go for Snowden. Shot clock at 4. And they realize not to launch a three-ball.
Oh,
second, and he nails it.
That's a heartbreaker. Look at Ben Allen. He's clapping. He's telling his guys, all right, you played great team defense. They're not going to hit a lot of those.
Absolutely not. And Jay Wright realizes the ball must move around the perimeter much better than that to get a look. First 3 of the game hit by Villanova does not come from Gary Buchanan. They're 3-point ace. Brandon Knight runs the show. A little pull-up from 5. Out there's a basket. Weak side rebound, and he was pushed on the way up.
Ricky Wright didn't get good position, and Savaskas kept pushing. You keep moving your feet inside, and you're going to get good things to happen to you.
Against number 5, Ricky Wright, that's his first.
We have a timeout. Ricky Wright's first foul of this game. Pittsburgh looking good early.
Why are more and more people test driving the Hyundai Accent? Ask Cyril Fowler.
I actually went online and did a little research. You get a lot for your money.
And the new 2002 Accent has the standard features you want. Plus, the freedom of the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty plan.
I love the Accent.
At just $8,994, it's easy to see why more people are driving home the new 2002 Hyundai Accent.
Freedom is calling you.
Hyundai, helping kids fight cancer.
For you, bruise, break, bleed for you, lose weight, lose touch, lose time for you. And what do you do for me?
Hey, Annie, where's the TV go?
TV room.
Microwave?
Kitchen.
Where do the bath towels go?
Bathroom.
Where should they put the new washer and dryer?
How about the master bedroom?
Get 0% financing on all home appliances over $399 at the Sears home sale.
I think she was being sarcastic.
No one covers your home like Sears. Where else?
One in league play. They've been red hot from three-point land. 63.2% in wins over St. Joe's from the Atlantic 10 and Virginia Tech. 24-38 doors, but in this game, they're not able to get the looks from three-point land yet.
Well, you wonder why Pittsburgh's defense is very good. They prevent dribble penetration. They get pretty good help from their posts. Their weak side defense and help defense is outstanding. You saw it that set where Snowden hits the 3 to get him back to within 3 for Villanova, but boy, they guard hard.
Fresh 35 off the right foul, which was not a shooting foul prior to our timeout. Brandon Knight has a new inbound play. Switches sides of the lane.
Straight up man-to-man by Villanova. And Pittsburgh with that 4-out little motion set here. And now they'll collapse a little bit.
Teron Brown has really picked up his play the last 5 games or so. Down low, Ontario Lett, a little too strong. Here comes Snowden. Try to get fancy with it. He and Sales were both in the vicinity, and Miller coughs it up.
That's a silly turnover right there. Snowden, you got to corral it and get control.
Wright was set defensively, and Knight buries it.
You see, that's another 5-point turnaround, essentially. You turn it over where you don't have to, and you don't give yourself an opportunity to score, and you give up a 3.
Brandon Knight, team leader, shouting back to his teammates defensively, three-point numbers. Two of those from Page, one that you saw a moment ago from Brandon Knight. 6-point lead. Fifth turnover already. Knight to Vasquez, trying to finish, a lot of contact. Offensive foul, says Will Bush.
Good defense on one end doesn't translate to points on the other. But solid team defense. You cannot throw a pass, a bounce pass from the top of the key because the guards are going to give assistance down low. And then, is this a charge? Ooh. The crowd reacted. I think that's a tough one. Nonetheless, Vasquez gets a personal foul.
His second, so he'll sit next to Ben Howland on the Pittsburgh bench. Mark McCarroll makes his first appearance in the Pitt lineup. Page is back in.
Straight up man again by Pittsburgh.
In the corner, Snowden. Battles around and falls.
Yeah, he's a capable scorer. Now he's going to get his shots, and Brandon Knight off the screen just did not follow over the top quickly enough.
Team leader in assists, Derek Snowden, co-captain along with Brooke Sayles. 6 straight games Snowden has hit for double figures. We talked about his erratic play, but he's calmed down a lot in Big East action so far. Knight rattles out.
I think he's a kid. I mean, he's your point guard. The ball's going to be in his hands, Dave. He's got to minimize his turnovers where he can.
Brandon Knight, 1 of 5 from the floor so far. Has 1 3. White goes up, and again, the hands just swarming all over Ricky Wright.
Yeah, they're defending inside out. Boy, guys going dribble penetration. There's guys there to help.
Ron Brown the kick out. Mark McCarroll tries 3. It's way off. Raised the front iron. Sullivan a hand on it. Finally, Nova comes loose. Reggie Bryant. Side 3. It rattles out. He had just a disastrous stretch. Recently able to overcome that and get hot from three-point land. Crowd not quite committing yet, Doris, in this one.
No.
Trying to make some noise. Another jam-packed house at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Torrey Morris, offensive foul, right the position.
Well, you cannot displace your defender, and Ricky Wright does a good job of selling it, but what does Torrey Morris do? He's, leans back in, gets the defender off.
First personal foul against Torrey Morris. Things are close here in Pittsburgh, PA. It's a 4-point Panther lead.
Pizza, the staple of the American male. Oftentimes served dangerously hot.
Thanks. Okay.
To cool it, they use an age-old technique known as the reverse blow. The Rolling Rock continues the cooling process. It's good.
Rolling Rock beer. Grab a rock.
Another do-it-yourself commercial from Advance Auto Parts.
At Advance, we stock a lot of parts. Who cares if we don't have the one you need?
Robbie Cam will demonstrate we do.
Robbie, distributor for a 92 T-Bird. Find it. Go.
Got it.
Fetch me a locking hub for an 87 Wrangler.
Check.
Fuel injector for a 75 Dodge Charger.
75 Charger doesn't have fuel injectors.
Correct. Proof that at Advance, the best part is our people.
Who's your daddy?
This New York Hockey Challenge moment is presented by TD Waterhouse, the global online financial services firm.
On April 2nd, 1993, the Islanders' Pierre Turgeon hits a milestone in dramatic fashion when he nets his 50th goal of the year in a 3-2 overtime win at Madison Square Garden. Turgeon becomes the 4th Islander to score 50 goals in a season.
TD Waterhouse, the global online financial services firm.
Teams in action today and tonight. And 2 more games tomorrow. The finals are in. Georgetown beats struggling West Virginia. The Mountaineers now 1-7 in conference play. And Providence College takes a 13-point win at home against Al Skinner's BC Eagles. BC dropping a 15-6 overall. So another top 25 games. Big upset in Conference USA. Marquette over Cincy.
Wow.
The Bearcats and Bob Huggins have been the only team with 20 wins in the nation so far. OK State falling to K-State in Manhattan.
And Texas Tech jumping all over Iowa State. Boy, what a job Bob Knight has done. Remarkable. And Tubby Smith and the Kentucky Wildcats have won a couple of big ones. 91-74. They had the big win against Billy Donovan's Florida team. Away from home. That's tough to do. And Georgetown and Providence have now won 3 of their last 4 Big East games.
Just one tie door so far in this game, 2-2, other than 0-0, of course. Pittsburgh has enjoyed a 6-point lead 3 times. 4 now. Off the timeout, Austin takes an extra step.
Just great ball pressure. Everybody was in great position. And Carroll gets up into the face of the ball handler. You love pressure like that.
Marcus Austin, the freshman, getting some early playing time for Jay Wright, and Villanova already 7 turnovers.
Yeah, they've come to live with that. They average 19 a game. It's almost expected.
Page a hand on it. Ball loose. And the Panthers get it back. 23 in the shot clock.
Let's see if they go back to Julius Page, who's played extremely well in the first half. Do they look to ISO him again?
He's got a game-high 8 points, including 2 triples. Not Page. Instead, the rebound is Julius Page.
Yeah, or you get the shot that's a little bit short. And again, I've said it already. You've got to check out the guards from Pittsburgh. Nobody finds Julius Page. He's got an easy shot.
Give him 10. The miss from Chad Johnson. And Nova again down by 6. Snowden, a little isolation on Page. That's not an easy matchup for Villanova. Goes back to Derek Snowden. Shot clock at 15. Bryant, baseline, trying to penetrate off to Brooks Sales, and he finishes.
Wide was Van Halen pretty stop dribble penetration because you put so much pressure on help defenders. Yeah, that's why Sales gets an easy shot.
Still have not seen much offensively from Gary Buchanan from Villanova. He's their team leader in scoring. Comes loose to Mark McCarroll, and a pickup down low for Brown, who's not the tallest player in the Panther lineup, but crashes the glass hard, and Jay Wright wants a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, now Jerron Brown plays the 3. He starts at the 3, but he's your backup 1, and this is their point guard now. And another guard board for you. A little dribble penetration. He loses the handle. Here's a miss, but once again, it's a guard who steps up and draws it. And I'll tell you this, you better find the perimeter players, and wherever they are, 15 feet or right here, 2 feet, because they're going to attack the glass.
6'4", 229-pound sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky, is the team's leading rebounder. 6 per game. Second chance points. It's all Pittsburgh.
And Villanova comes in as a pretty good offensive rebounding team, but it's Pittsburgh right now is getting all over that category.
What kind of things is Jay Wright thinking about in that meeting?
Well, I think first and foremost, he's got to be a little bit more aggressive with the basketball. To stand out and be pressured at 25 feet and turn it over is a concern. So you put the ball in the hands of Snowden and allow him to do this, get around guys.
Reggie Bryant, right side, it's a 3 ball again. It's short. Look how high Page is up with that rebound. And he's got, thinking alley-oop, it's broken up. Comes to Brown, though, loose ball. Panthers hustling, good feed. Morris finishes, and Torres chance for a 3-point play.
Jerron Brown, I think, surprises some people. And Ben Howland said this about Jerron Brown. Remember, he was committed to Kentucky under Rick Pitino, and Pitino doesn't make mistakes. Watch this passing. How does Jerron Brown see this? 3 blue jerseys around her. Torrey Morris on the weak side. Good kick down low. I mean, look at this. He's got 3 blue jerseys. He understands weak side's got to be there. Torrey Morris makes him pay. Nice play.
So Morris, a chance to finish off a 3-point play. Siobhan Troutman, number 2, makes his first appearance for Pittsburgh in this game.
Boy, Torrey Morris looks different physically. Look at his arms. They're so much more defined than a season ago.
All 5 starters for Pittsburgh now. At least 2 points to their credit. 8-point Panther lead. Can they involve Gary Buchanan? Not been a factor at all in this first half, and we're almost 12 minutes in.
I think you got to give some credit to Julius Page.
Off the high screen, back iron, not there. Here comes Knight. Thinking transition. Mark McCarroll. And Knight down low for Morris. Patient half-court offensive attack for Pittsburgh. Morris battles his way up.
Conditioning is the key. Torrey Morris a season ago was a guy off the bench with Ricardo Greer and Isaac Hawkins, but his conditioning has paid dividends. Look at how much better he moves around the rim.
Almost 19 minutes a game for Ben Howland's team, and now up to 5 points, 4.5 rebounds for Torrey Morris. He's been a factor. Austin stripped on the way up. The active hands make it 8 turnovers now against Villanova.
I think every time they put the ball on the floor in a post, those guards or somebody's getting a hand on the basketball.
See how crafty Brandon Knight is. He's got the eyes shifting around constantly. Doesn't look like he's moving at a high speed, but he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball 2 steps ahead. Now he's shooting it and a little bit short. McCarroll on the rebound. Sullivan, the native of London, England, brings it up court. Knight 1 out of 6 so far in this game. Snowden. That's right on a high post. Good hands from Knight. Another steal for Pittsburgh. They're running. Troutman will finish easily.
Brandon Knight's been a major part of what has gone with Pittsburgh. Most important position on the floor is your point guard, especially in college basketball.
Largest lead balloons to 12, an 8-0 Panther run. And the fans into it. Some contact as Troutman knocked over Wright, and Siobhan will pick up his first foul.
Pittsburgh foul called against number 2, Siobhan Troutman.
Timeout on the floor. Siobhan Troutman rammed the Knight. Great combination.
Hungry? You've come to the right place. The home of great brands and great taste. ConAgra Foods. We set America's table. Still hungry? ConAgra has the foods America craves at mealtime, snack time, or any time. ConAgra Foods. We set America's table.
Cooper Tire is proud to be the official tire of the Big East Conference. Cooper Tires, drive on.
Burger King presents the Harlem Globetrotters. Millions of laughs and memories. Unforgettable. An experience that stays with you forever, and an event you'll never forget. Come enjoy the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters coming to Madison Square Garden February 8th. Call Ticketmaster or visit the Garden box office.
Last time these teams met, 2000 Big East tournament. First round, Villanova won that game in New York by 10. Here it's been Pittsburgh with great defense in command.
That's been the story all year. Brandon Knight, 10th in the league in steals over 2 a game, and he's just a great passer. His development as a point guard, he understands where to get the ball to guys, when to get it to them. Everybody defends all 5 positions. He's just uptight, uses excellent hands, turns in transition, dishes at the right time. And I'll tell you, your Villanova boy, points off turnovers is starting them out.
Let's take a look at the Hyundai game summary, Doris.
Now you can see the Pitt is dominating the boards. Villanova, again, too many turnovers, almost into double digits already. We've got 6.5 to play, and Julius Page has been a focal point offensively, but what balance here by Pittsburgh.
Nearly 3 minutes of clock here in the first half between Villanova field goals. They are in trouble, and the run continues. Got to be more active with Buchanan, and involve Sales down low somehow.
Normally you see guys give assistance of Julius Page, but I'll tell you this, wow.
See how active the hands are. Sales lost it on the way up.
What Julius Page is doing is following Buchanan all over the floor.
Troutman rattles out on him, Snowden way up high for the rebound. And Derek looks to run. Fires the pass on the move. Sullivan will have a couple of free throws.
A rare collapse by Pittsburgh defensively. I think it was Troutman who just lost sight of his man, and now his second. But watch this. I mean, there's just no one around him. A little breakdown defensively.
4 times this year, Andrew Sullivan has led this team in block shots against BC, and on overtime loss at the Pavilion in Philly. A career-high 11 rebounds against BC. So he's become a lot more active with a bigger role as the Big East season has progressed. Deron Brown's going to come back in. Everyone on the Pitt roster has been in the game, at least one shot so far, including Troutman. We saw him hit that layup, a nice transition pass from Knight. Good balance from the Panthers here in the first half.
Now, the one consistent theme that everybody seems to make, or the one point everybody makes, is that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts for this Pittsburgh team. They're committed to each other, no superstar. The closest they come is Brandon Knight to that, but committed to one another.
Page thought about a three. Sullivan's got to get in his space. Let pushed off, trying to get position on the right, low block.
I think a pretty solid call. Looked like he just used a little bit too much arm to get Brooks Sales off him.
First personal, team 6. No free throws yet for the Wildcats. So 5.5. First half. It feels like it could be a lot larger lead for Pittsburgh the way they've really controlled play.
Yes. Seems like things are coming very hard for Villanova offensively.
Wright's got to get involved as well. Penetrates, but again the hands. This time it's Letts stripping it loose. Just as they're going up for shots, the ball's being tipped away.
Now, Pittsburgh has held teams to 20 points or less 3 times already this year in the first half. And I tell you, you got 5 to play and you've got 15 points by Nova.
Snowden picks up the foul, trying to contain Brandon Knight. That's no easy task.
As you have said all afternoon, just team defense, excellent hands, good job dribble penetration prevention right there. And it turns the other direction for Pittsburgh.
Vasquez on the right wing for Lett. Lett shot clock. Here is Lett, right low block. Brown has some position. The lefty shot not there, but to Vasquez on the weak side, crash in the glass. As he pushed it and he traveled. Boy, Jay Wright thought it should have been a walk call from Gene Monge. But a travel will not be put in the books here.
I don't think Gene Monge wanted to make the call unless the turnover was forced there, and that would have been because of the contact by Wright, and that's when he blew his whistle.
Wright picks up his second. Still no shots, though, for the Panthers. And they'll just inbound.
That's a hole by Snowden, no question.
Boy, Jay Wright is living.
Yeah, he's getting frustrated. I think that's because that's a silly foul. I mean, Brandon Knight's trying to get the basketball. He's 25 feet from the basket. Why that foul there?
Knight can beat you from just about anywhere on the floor, but that's a bit far away. It's a Vasquez, left baseline, not there. Jay Wright told us before the game today, preaching team defensive concept. Everyone can buy into it. It's happening, he thinks, gradually. Snowden the miss, Wright the offensive rebound. Derek tries again. Amidst the trees, nifty pass for Wright, blocked away again. Last second, Morris a piece of it. Knight 2-on-1 with Page, short. Julius fits it in. What a play by Page. Talk about acrobatic.
He's smiling on the way back, and you get credit, but I'm not sure it was his hand that put that in there.
Wild tip in. He realizes that probably went off a couple of fingertips. Maybe some of those belonging to Villanova players before it went through the hoop. Let's check it out.
Let's see. Brandon tries a little finger roll. It doesn't go. Now here's Julius. Yeah, see, he slaps it, but there's other contact there. Nonetheless, another 2 for Julius. Get rewarded for hustling. 12 points. He hasn't missed a shot. He's guarding the best offensive player for Villanova, and Gary Buchanan, doing a heck of a job.
In the lineup for Villanova,
5 for 5 from the floor for Julius Page. Give him a game-high 12 and 2 rebounds. And he can run some point as well. Ben Howland has told us that throughout the season. Page at times can spell Brandon Knight. Knight plays more than 36 minutes a game. He's out right now. Down low, put in by Sales, who's got to become more of a factor.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy right there. Go to your 4-year starter to Big East. Allow him to try to work against the post players of Pitt.
Brooks Sales averaging nearly a double-double. 10 points, 9.5 rebounds. Just 4 points in this game. Not been a factor in the glass on either end of the court. So Vasquez kick out for Brown. Here's Chad Johnson back into the game. Ron Brown left open. It's a 3. Little strong to Vasquez. So intense on the boards. Got a piece of the outlet pass and a piece of Sullivan's arm on the way through.
That's a silly one. Now, that's his 3rd personal foul. Trying to make a play 65, 70 feet from the rim. That'll drive a coach crazy.
And just like that, Ben Howland has got to replace Donatas Vasquez. Troutman will come right back in the lineup. And Knight was out for about, 15, 20 seconds. Brannon's back in there. In all likelihood, will not see Zabaskas for the rest of his first half. 3:32 remaining. Sullivan got 3 points. 5 for 5 in this game from the line for Villanova. It's been about the one positive. It's kept Jay Wright's team alive. Just down by 8, 3.5 in this first half remaining. Ben Howland of the Panthers still have a lead.
Why are more and more people test driving the Hyundai Elantra? Ask Michael Edo.
I drive 1,000 miles a week, and the gas mileage is outstanding.
And the new 2002 Elantra has so many standard features, including front and side airbags, air conditioning, stereo cassette, and power package. Plus the freedom of the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty plan. At just $13,294, it's easy to see why more people are driving home the new Hyundai Elantra.
Freedom is calling you.
Hyundai, helping kids fight cancer.
A message from Farmingdale Physical Therapy.
When your physician refers you for physical therapy treatments, what they're actually doing is referring you to a particular physical therapist or facility. Here are some qualities of good physical therapy treatment. The physical therapist should supervise the treatment or perform the treatment directly. The physical therapist should provide hands-on care. You should see the same physical therapist for each visit. With these principles, you should have a positive experience and excellent recovery.
Farmingdale Physical Therapy. Having transmission problems? Why pay exorbitant franchise prices or waste time with impersonal chain centers? For more than 20 years, Havy's Transmission and Radiator Center in Hicksville has been repairing all types of transmissions, including standard, overdrive, and even today's computer-controlled front-wheel drive transmissions. And we now manufacture our own torque converters for increased quality control, all backed by a nationwide ATRA warranty. Havy's also repairs radiators and retrofits air conditioners to meet today's government regulations. Havy's Transmission and Radiator Center, 80 Woodbury Road, Hicksville. Call 433-3086 today.
Surprised she's not scared to death of him.
Oh, no. That fuzzy, friendly Panther mascot? Impossible. This game produced and distributed by ESPN Regional Television. Big East Conference basketball, and what a tough stretch for Jay Wright and Villanova Doris. A 4-gamer he talked about with us before the game today. 21st ranked Pittsburgh, 16th ranked Miami, 13th ranked UCLA at the Pavilion in Philly, and then 22nd ranked UConn, all in a row. He says plain and simple, if we come out of this unscathed, we're a tournament team.
Yeah, he said it's certainly a defining time for our season, and I tell you, they have not performed great here, 6 of 14. We asked him, do you look at it in terms of the big picture? I said, do your guys even think about it? He said, no, these guys don't. We certainly do, but we're just taking it game by game.
14 tries. That's it from the field. Johnson, the extra little step, 5th turnover of this first half for Pittsburgh. So 6 out of 14. Not enough three-point tries at all for Buchanan. And he'll handle a point right now with Reggie Bryant in the backcourt with him.
Yeah, now see, generating shots for Gary from the 1 is drastically different than the 2. So now he's got to create off the dribble.
Cook sails. Right baseline, Siobhan Troutman watching him closely. Got committed in the air and nowhere to go with it. Good low post defense.
You cannot say enough about Pittsburgh's defense. They're stopping dribble penetration for the most part. And when guys do get by, go with the up fake, boy, there's 3 white jerseys in the paint waiting for you.
Nowhere to go. Perimeter game not much more effective. Johnson, here's Page. It's a 3, a little bit short. Off the front iron, Sullivan, nice rebound. Gary Buchanan running. Snowden out of the game. He's got to help in transition way too hard. Went for the shot off glass. Chris Charles, a freshman from Milwaukee, into the game. Couldn't find the handle. Bodies everywhere.
Oh, great effort. Johnson missed Troutman. But you know what? If Troutman is ahead of the field, but he's not sure he can get it there, it's probably a good decision.
Morris is free. 10-footer. Can't roll home. And it's kicked out of bounds. 2:17 left in the first half.
Number 50,
Ontario Lett will return to the lineup.
Also number 21.
As will Mark McCarroll and Jerron Brown. Ben Howland likes to shuttle bodies in and out quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it'll help them down the stretch, especially now that you've hit February and legs become a little bit more of a factor. Yeah, I think people are a little bit surprised at how sound defensively Pittsburgh is. Remember, this team led the Big East Conference a season ago in points per game given up. So this has been a fundamental part of what Ben Howland's done here at Pitt.
Per game ranking went from 1st to 6th in the nation as Sales tries to penetrate right baseline. Great position. Brooks doesn't like the call. Offensive foul, says Will Bush.
We've talked about it all game. Team defense. Brooks gets 5, but who's there? Teammate steps over, Jerron Brown. Now you see in the NBA, that's probably inside that dotted line, isn't it? And maybe that call can't be called there.
But Ben Howland said after their bad loss to Notre Dame, he called it embarrassing. His team was flat on both ends of the court, just got blitzed. They are way down by 28 at halftime to the Irish. This is a much better overall effort, especially defensively. Their hands have been active all the way through. Possession arrow will go back to Nova.
It helps if you're Notre Dame and you've got excellent shooters who shoot the ball well. 66% they shot in that basketball game, and they ran on Pitt. They dominated in every category. You've already said that they were out-rebounded for the 2nd consecutive game, Pittsburgh, but they've responded. That's the sign of a good team. Lose a game, come back, play strong.
Per game average went up from 57.3 to 56.3 as that ranking went sinking to 6th in points given up. A little push away from the ball. 15 shots for Villanova.
Wow.
Amazing.
Into the lineup for the Wildcats.
18 and a half in. Not going to do it. Charles will come out. A freshman who missed 6 games to start this season with an irregular heartbeat problem. That thankfully has been worked out as Buchanan, the ace from the free throw line, will have another. NCAA record set last year. 73 in a row.
Remarkable.
Amazing.
Just to have that kind of focus and concentration when you hit the line every time. And a guy who didn't take a lot of those free throws during the course of the year, so they came spread out game to game.
Big East leader coming in, 91.5% from the line. Buchanan hits 2. Thankfully for Jay Wright, Nova perfect from the line of this game. They're 8 for 8. Otherwise, this is a big blowout. Only a 6-point game. Just don't get that feel. Pittsburgh a little careless. Another turnover as a travel on the baseline with Brown trying to penetrate.
Well, I like Jerron Brown in the short corner. He just got a little anxious with the basketball, but boy, around the rim, he should be creative.
Under a minute to go in this first half. 4:20 mark on the first half. Pittsburgh's last score. It's been a while. Bryant tries a long 3 and Reggie drills it.
Yeah, now this is key. And right away, they're right back in this. How many shots have they taken? But they're only down 3.
Big game Wednesday for Bryant against Virginia Tech at the Pavilion. 4 out of 4 from three-point land.
Now they're 8-1, Dave, when he scores in double figures.
He had 15 against the Hokies. This is a 9-0 Villanova run. Knight in big trouble. Shot clock at 15. Game at 22.
And they're flattening it
shot
out.
off.
Yep, flatten it and let him go.
Brandon Knight with a pull up from 15, not there. Buchanan the rebound. Plenty of time for Villanova to cut the lead. Even below 3. A 9-0 run at the end of the half. Bryant baseline, not even close. Sails a hand on it. Ball still loose. 5 seconds. Sullivan, the little hook shot off the glass. What a big one that is for Jay Wright and the Wildcats. It's a 1-point game. We'll have the halftime report coming up next. Villanova with an 11-0 run to finish the half, making it very close.
Why are more and more people test driving the Hyundai Sonata? Ask Jamie Bohan.
It's very luxurious, it's very dependable.
And now we're introducing the redesigned midsize 2002 Sonata. V6 power automatic transmission, front and side airbags, and stereo CD. Plus, the freedom of the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty plan. At just $16,994. It's easy to see why more people are driving home the new 2002 Hyundai Sonata. Hyundai, helping kids fight cancer.
I have always depended on the kindness of fiduciaries. I tried to be smart about financial matters and all that, but in fact, I don't think very well about such matters too busy thinking about other stuff. The most sensible investments I've made have been made by others.
For 80 years, TIAA-CREF has managed money for people with other things to think about. Log on to see what we can do for you.
It's coming to the Garden. For the past 24 years, McDonald's All-Americans have graced the courts of arenas across the country. On April 4th, Madison Square Garden hosts the 25th anniversary McDonald's All-American High School Basketball Game, plus the first ever girls game. Proceeds benefit Ronald McDonald House Charities of the New York Tri-State area. Check out the college and pro stars of tomorrow. For tickets, call Ticketmaster or visit the Garden box office.
First meeting of the season between Big East rivals, Villanova and Pittsburgh, the final ever meeting at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse on the Pittsburgh campus. Time now for the Big East Conference Wire. Just 3 seasons removed from leading UConn to its first ever national championship. Jim Calhoun's 16th season as the Huskies head coach may become his most memorable one. It all began in the opener versus Vanderbilt when the coach got his 600th career victory. A feat that the 29-year-old Jim Calhoun does not take lightly at all.
I consider myself a historian of the game, and I think you're known by the company you keep, and you look at the guys who've won 600 basketball games. It means that you've had an awful lot of good players to have you allowed alone just to last that long, to be able to get involved with almost 900 basketball games without coaching.
In addition to the record, it's the level of play that Calhoun is getting from his Huskies right now that is really turning heads. A direct result from what he preaches in practice, according to the players.
He's not Jim Calhoun in practice, man. That guy that came to recruit you, I don't know, man. He transformed into a whole other person, but it's all for the best.
He's a maniac. Nah, he's a cool guy, though, you know, but once you get on his bad side, you're in trouble.
He's a worker, always in your ear, always telling you what you're doing wrong, telling what you're doing right. He's always on you at all times during practice. Bad or good. Pushes you, get the best out of you, and some. So I have no complaints about that.
It's that sort of brutal honesty between Calhoun and his players that has allowed him to achieve what he has in his great career, and why this year's team is currently atop the Big East Conference with their sights set on postseason play.
I think we got a lot to prove to people, you know, the media, the fans, whoever. I think we just got a lot to prove to others and show them what we could do.
If we can mentally stay up there, though, this team could be very interesting when it's all said and done.
When we come back, more of halftime. Pittsburgh and Villanova from Fitzgerald Fieldhouse.
Tomorrow's leaders must succeed in a complex world transformed by technology and global competition. But more than knowledge, tomorrow's leaders require a foundation of values that will guide them through the obstacles that lie ahead. A Villanova education helps students make critical decisions using criteria that are value-based. Villanova prepares leaders for tomorrow to meet the challenges of a changing world.
Coffee? No, thanks. I think I'll get my own.
Perhaps he's compelled by the sumptuous aroma. Maybe he desires the rich, delicious taste that he finds at home. The taste of Javalia Cafe. To experience the pleasure of Javalia yourself, call 1-800-447-1127. We'll deliver 2 boxes of our fine European coffee for just $14.95 with a free coffee maker to ensure you brew and keep Javalia at its finest. If you enjoy Javalia, we'll send more whenever you like. Call 1-800-447-1127 today for your 2 boxes of Javalia and free coffee maker. There's no further obligation. Javalia Cafe. Always a pleasure to come home to.
These are Knicks fans. They all love their team. But only a Knicks fan club member stands out from all the rest. With the Knicks fan club membership ID card presented by Foot Locker and KFC, each member gets great discounts, special opportunities, cool newsletters, games, prizes, and so much more. Carry the card that will set you apart. Get your free subscription to the Knicks fan club and get in the know on everything Knicks.
You win,
The energy at the Garden is phenomenal. My favorite moment has to be coaching St. John's to the Big East Tournament Championship. Nothing compares to college basketball at Madison Square Garden. Everyone wants to be there for the next great moment.
It's a tourney preview at the Garden as St. John's tips off with the best of the Big East. First, the Red Storm take on Karen Butler and UConn on February 9th. Then St. John's hosts standout junior Troy Bell and Boston College on February 18th. For great seats, call Ticketmaster or visit thegarden.com.
The Watch the Nets and Win sweepstakes is back on Fox Sports Net. Just watch Monday's Nets-Kings game, and you'll have 2 opportunities to win great prizes, including tickets to a Nets game and an autographed Nets jersey. Twice during the game, the sweepstakes hotline number will appear. If you're the 20th caller, you win. So keep watching the Nets on Fox Sports Net, and for more info, log on to njnets.com. The Watch the Nets and Win sweepstakes, Monday at 7:30 when the Nets and Kings collide on Fox Sports Net.
Conference will see action on the hardwoods. This is a 1-point game. Pittsburgh seeing Nova go on an 11-0 run to finish the half. Other scores, 2 are finals. In conference play, La Jolla's a big win for Coach Eschrick against WVU. Gail Catlett's team falling again.
Well, Georgetown has started to look very solid of late. They've won 3 of their last 4, as has Providence in Big East Conference play. A huge win against Boston College at home.
Providence now 13-10 overall. ACC action, Wake Forest taking care of Florida State on the road, and Kansas again controlling things against the Buffaloes at halftime.
Jeff Boschee has played great of late for Roy Williams. Oklahoma all over Texas right now, and Georgia even up with Mississippi.
Big 12 and the SEC. Halftime entertainment gives us time to check in with the ConAgra Foods Big East Conference standings in the East Division. You saw a moment ago the report on Jim Calhoun, his great career, and they have really turned some heads despite some trouble with Rutgers recently.
Well, the huge win against Arizona, one of the great college basketball seasons thus far, but a huge tilt tonight with Miami.
Syracuse lost their game to Pittsburgh here January 22nd, out-rebounded 43-18, and Pittsburgh now right behind the Orangemen, West Division of the Big East Conference standings. When we come back, more of the halftime report. Villanova on a big run.
Helping to realize our brightest hopes for the future. Forging better lives through research. Working creatively to develop human potential. The University of Pittsburgh.
If you love Def Comedy Jam, here's great news. Now it's available on VHS and DVD at an incredible TV price. Check this out.
The best of Def Comedy Jam is the hottest. Chicken! Rawest wins the booty. Raunchiest. He's so horny. Comedy video of all time.
Make a love to me like a heavyweight championship fight. Oh, it's scheduled for 12 rounds. But it's going to end early.
Over 1 million videos have already been sold. But when they're gone, they're gone.
Def Jam, y'all ready to get this thing rocking?
Get the first volume of Def Comedy Jam on VHS or DVD for just $9.99.
Hey, watch this part. This is the good part right here, yo.
Call in the next 10 minutes with your credit card, and you'll also get 2 Raw for TV. It's filled with Def Comedy Jam performances so outrageous, they can't be shown on TV.
I feel good.
You'll get 2 great tapes or 1 double-length DVD for only $9.99.
I wasn't ready. But the show must go on.
Then every month, preview another Best of Def Comedy Jam, highlighting killer performances by today's comedy legends.
One time a man's thinking, rob my mama. Put your damn hands up. Put them up.
Keep only the ones you want. Cancel anytime.
Over in Africa, they got drive-bys now.
Call with your credit card and get 2 videos or 1 DVD for $9.99. Call while supplies last, because when they're gone, they're gone.
Woo! I got to have it!
The Best of Def Comedy Jam on DVD or VHS. This offer is not available in stores, so don't wait. Call now.
Call 1-800-291-2299 to order Def Comedy Jam on VHS or DVD for only $9.99. Use your credit card to get 2 Raw for TV free. Or send $9.99 plus $4.99 shipping and handling to Def Comedy Jam, Department 10, Richmond, Virginia, 23280. Or order online at timelife.com.
One more win will equal the entire victory output for Ben Howland's Panthers of last year, but it may not be so easy as it looked. Welcome back, everyone, to Pittsburgh and Fitzgerald Field. Dave Ryan, Doris Burke, amazing finish in the first half for Nova, an 11-0 run. Pittsburgh goes nearly 4.5 minutes to finish the half without a field goal.
Well, Pittsburgh looked like they were going to blow Nova out, but some free throw shooting by Nova keeps them in it. They did not shoot a lot of shots, but they shot it at a 42% clip. That was a huge part of the half.
First half highlights. Started well for Pittsburgh, but Nova had a great finish.
Brooks Sales is a key guy inside, getting the feed there from Reggie Bryant, then posting up hard, taking some contact from Savasky to the big guys, still able to score it. And late in the half, this one ends it to keep Villanova within 1. They scrapped, they hustled, and Andrew Sullivan comes out with it. And on the other side for Pittsburgh, who else but the guards? This is a guard-driven team. Julius Page comes off a little double screen, nails a 3. And then Brandon Knight steps up, gets a solid jump shot. And then watch Jerron Brown. I mean, these guards rebound with authority. You wonder why Pittsburgh's successful. Their team defend and they team rebound.
And balance for each team, all 5 starters and some bench players for each side getting in the scorebook. Page leading the way in scoring for both sides. Second half, Villanova, can they keep the intensity up? That's the question. What a run for them and Jay Wright to finish the first 20. The second 20 unfolds when we return to Pittsburgh, PA.
Hungry? You've come to the right place. The home of great brands and great taste. Conagra Foods. We set America's table. Still hungry? Conagra has the foods America craves at mealtime, snack time, or anytime. Conagra Foods. We set America's table.
If you win the game, you're not supposed to say, ha, 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 I won, you lost, you're a loser. And you're supposed to be a good sport.
It's okay if you lose. It's okay because it's only a game.
It's okay, it's just a game to play. Don't brag that. We won.
Because it'll make the people who lost really sad.
They may cry because you weren't being nice to them.
Homeowners, call Garden State Brick Base Windows and Exteriors and get a new house without having to move or spend a fortune. That's right. You can give your home a new look and feel, any look you desire. And it just takes one phone call. For years, we've been beautifying thousands of area homes, making them more energy efficient while increasing their value. Brick, stucco, stone, siding, and windows. Quality craftsmanship, most work done within a week. All maintenance-free and fully guaranteed. Let us help you design the perfect look for your home. Call Garden State Brick Base Windows and Exteriors. To find out if our unique products are right for you, call now for a free telephone consultation. It just takes a few minutes. There's absolutely no obligation. 100% financing available. So why wait when a simple call can get you a great new house without spending a fortune?
Call 1-800-647-1600 and ask about our current special discounts. Shop from home with our exclusive free telephone consultation. Call 1-800-647-1600.
Did last year's Valentine's Day gift break your wallet and your Valentine's heart? This year, be smart and win over your sweetheart with a great gift from the Tri-County Flea Market and Jewelry Exchange. Select from a wide assortment of gold jewelry, watches, diamond engagement rings, and pendants from America's largest jewelry exchange. And jewelry isn't the only way to your loved one's heart. Choose from a variety of lingerie, candy, perfume, gift certificates, and much, much more. The Tri-County Flea Market and Jewelry Exchange, your one-stop for shopping this Valentine's Day.
535-5555. That's the only number you need to know if you're injured in a car accident, a slip and fall, or been a victim of medical malpractice. 535-5555. At the law offices of Ferraro and Angeloni, our practice is dedicated to protecting your rights. 535-5555. Whether you're in the hospital or at home, we'll come to see you anytime, anywhere. Pick up the phone. Call me now for a free consultation. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 535-5555. Hablamos Español.
Has been asked if the success this year is a surprise to him. He said absolutely not. We are expecting to win close games like this one. We'll find out how it unfolds. Let's take a moment to thank our corporate partner, Cooper Tire. Proud to be the official tire of the Big East Conference. Cooper Tires, drive on. So Ben Hallen and his team will learn a lot from this game.
And I think the thing that's most impressive about this turnaround for Pittsburgh, when Ben won at Northern Arizona, as you see the leading scorers, Sullivan, Villanova, Page for Pittsburgh. When he won at Northern Arizona, he did it with great offense, led the team and the nation in three-point percentage, field goal percentage, first team to do that. Here at Pittsburgh, it's been the defensive side of the ball that's won him games.
For a half-court oriented offense, strange adjustment and a really unusual finish to the first half when they got all of a sudden so inconsistent. Now for Jay Wright, big run to end that first half. Can Buchanan get free for some offensive contribution? Gary had just 4 points in the first half, no threes.
Only took 4 shots.
Not going to be enough. Underway, second half. Big East game for each team. Knight thought he was pushed as he went out of bounds. Snowden, that's off his chest. 28 shot clock. Pittsburgh ball. Pittsburgh is not trailing this game. One tie, that was back to 2-2. Looked like the Panthers would run away from this one in a rout. Page a little bit off, but look at the weak side rebounding help.
Just
From
great.
Knight, and they'll reset.
Yeah, just great hustle. Long rebound. He just out-hustles people.
Troutman starts the second half for Ben Hallen's team.
That's because Savascas has 3 fouls, so you sit him on the bench and don't let foul trouble become an issue in this half.
Knight will post up, little short on the jumper. His move on Snowden. Sales has the rebound. Chance now for Nova to grab its first lead of the game. Buchanan thinking 3-ball, and we mentioned he has not chipped in with a triple yet. There it is.
Well, he's a guy who's faced a lot of junk defenses, the boxing ones, the triangle twos. He's had it all thrown at him, and he still finds ways to score. Nice sign from Villanova to get an early one here.
Called a 2 just inside the three-point arc. So still no 3 balls for him officially, but Nova does have its first lead. That's official. And here's Deron Brown. Down low, Knight got loose and lays it in.
Buchanan falls asleep. Buchanan's never been known for great defense, but one that gets away from him there.
Just 5 points for Brandon Knight, but he's been so valuable in other aspects, distributing, running this team, and defensive intensity. Half-court pace. Have not seen a lot of transition at all from either side. That's not their goal. Wright is loose. Morris plays way off him. Shot clock under 10. Snowden.
Good exchange by Knight. Julius Page couldn't get around.
And Brandon Knight got a piece of the 3-ball. Put up by Buchanan.
Oh, just great read by Brandon Knight. He knew Page wasn't going to be able to defend that shot in time, so he switched with him. Nice play.
Nova sticks with a man-to-man. Buchanan watched Page. Now it's Brown. Each team more than happy. Milk that shot clock down under 10. Troutman down low.
He's the strongest guy on Pittsburgh's team, Troutman, and he shows it right there. Good power move to the basket.
Give him 4 points. Lead back up to 3. It was 1 at the half. Nova briefly enjoy its first lead of the game. Sullivan, surprisingly, the team leader in scoring in the first half of Villanova. There's Ricky Wright for 15.
That's why he's dangerous. He can take you to 15 and drain it. And Torrey Morris, he's used to defending 5s and not stepping away from the rim and guarding.
Well, Wright was not challenged on the prior possession by Morris. Let him have the 18 and 19 footer. That time Ricky makes him pay. Morris to Troutman. Shot clock again at 15.
Better.
Rare to see a quick shot from either side.
Yeah, better defensive intensity, though, by Villanova coming out of the half.
Now to 5 for Brandon Knight. Double team. Snowden came out. There was some contact. Derek may be the guilty party in Sales on a switch, went way out to try to get into the face of Knight.
Jay Wright just cannot believe it. He cannot believe this call right here. We get the benefit of the second look. Off the screen, steps back. Now, is there contact on the pass? Well, tough one. I think if you're Jay, you're certainly a little bit upset with that. Now you get a new 35 for Pittsburgh.
And Brooks Sales, second personal. The Vasquez with 3 fouls comes back into the Panther lineup. Morris takes a seat. Troutman stays in. Here's Brown. Sullivan all over him.
Better
Sullivan.
pressure. Oh, they are getting after it.
Here comes Knight. Little kick out. Brown later.
Yeah, and guys get up into you that hard, Dave. They're forcing you to make a decision. Are you going to put it on the deck and attack, or are you going to become passive? Ben's team right there, they got active and aggressive.
Little double team. Knight to Vasquez on a switch. Donatis gets back to right, tries to take advantage. Oh, way up high was Troutman. Possession arrow will stay with Villanova, but Javon Troutman makes a statement with an athletic play, and Jay Wright can't believe there's no foul call.
Well, they called the foul out front, down the other end, and there's no call there. Now, Troutman, very athletic. Wow, Troutman makes a great defensive play. Pittsburgh up 3.
Federal law requires all advertisers to provide reasonable support for advertising claims before they are made. Was that reasonable enough? BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Drive one at your local BMW center.
At Advanced Auto Parts, we believe in doing it yourself. So we made this commercial ourselves. Yeah, we're rolling. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Robbie, can you come down here for a second? We are still getting a raise. It's prices, not prizes. We don't have prizes. Do we have prizes?
Between Boston and New York, thousands of bioscience and IT companies are creating one of the fastest growing technology hotspots in the country. It's Connecticut, ranked #1 in knowledge-based jobs, #3 in readiness for the knowledge-based economy, and with a quality of life that is second to none. Check us out. You belong in Connecticut.
Julius Page has been told by his coach, Ben Howland, you've got to become more aggressive. Both sides of the floor, we need you to be a leader. Can he do that?
Well, defensively, you've got to be committed, and you've got to be willing to come through screens. Watch Julius Page. One screen. Got to fight over it. Here comes another screen. Got to fight around it. And he's not given any assistance. There's an exchange by Brandon Knight, who picked that little screen up on Buchanan, forces a turnover or a block shot. And boy, this team is committed to each other defensively. They get after you. And Julius Page is a key part of that.
No triples yet for Gary Buchanan. Sullivan on the inbounds play, foul on the way up. Brown, some contact. Coming in, Buchanan, 49.2 from three-point land, leading the Big East Conference, but he just has not been able to get good, clean looks yet. Sullivan to the line.
To the line for Villanova, #12, Andrew Sullivan, shoot 2.
December 22nd against VMI. Career high 13 points for Andrew Sullivan, the junior forward. 6'7", 215 from England. European native. He'll have one more.
Now, Villanova came out a lot stronger defensively. Their intensity's been in, and they've had a couple calls go against them. Can they respond? Are they mature enough away from home to hang in there?
1 out of 2 for Sullivan. First half, Jay Wright's team was 8 of 8 from the free-throw line. It really kept them alive until their defensive intensity woke up from a slumber. Page on the baseline, and Panthers have really gone cold. Last 5 minutes of the first half, it's continued into the second. Sullivan, right low block, little spin shot, and again, he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 more.
Well, what they're doing right now is they're working the matchup, and wisely they shouldn't have. Sullivan is not a polished offensive player, but what he does have is 6'7" size working against Jerron Brown at 6'4", so they're just getting him down the low block and forcing him to put pressure on Jerron Brown. He's got to the free throw line. So this is good call from the sideline by Jay Wright.
Andrew has 1 more, 10 of 11. That's the Villanova free throw shooting in this game. Buchanan will take a seat, frustrated. Just for the 6 points, no threes yet. Sullivan 6 out of 7 on the free throw line so far. He checked Marvin O'Connor very well, St. Joe's, in that Big 5 matchup Monday night.
Now we'll see who draws Andrew Sullivan. Is it Johnson on the other side? Johnson 6'5", so a little bit bigger.
So against the Hawks, it was defense. Now it's offense in this game today against Pittsburgh. Chad Johnson into the game. 3 balls for Chad.
Well, that's a Villanova situation where I think they elected and said, all right, let's see if Johnson can beat us.
Ron Brown takes a seat. Johnson in, quickly hits a 3.
And he does draw the guard on Andrew Sullivan.
Lead at 3. Penetration for Sullivan, kick out Snowden. Back for Sullivan, he misses the layup. Zavosky's up high, rebound still loose. Everyone crashing the glass, and eventually comes out for Wright, but throws it away. Bryant wasn't looking.
Well, they're working hard, or at least if you're Jay Wright, you've got to be more pleased with the effort, and he is. He's saying, all right, you turn one over, that's a little silly, but you're working hard.
First turnover this half for Villanova. They've been much more careful. Pittsburgh just 6 for the game. Story early was Villanova's inability to get a clean look down low. Zavosky, a 3, it's a little bit strong. Knight a hand on the rebound. He does a little bit of everything, kept that alive in the offensive end, but Ontario let some contact with Bryant on the rebound.
And who is it for Villanova starting to get more active? Bryant, the guard, starting to make sure they're pursuing the basketball.
What's been the difference, though? Why does Villanova suddenly get better looks down low? Sullivan's been active. We saw Salesman right in the glass, but they're not contributing offensively so much.
Yeah, I think they are. The thing that Villanova's doing in this half and toward the latter half of the first half is just working hard. They're getting after it. How many times do we see them tip the basketball? At least give yourself an opportunity for second shots.
Extra little bit of effort has made a big difference. Bryant, free throw line jumper, grazes the iron. It's short. Knight a hand on the rebound, and he's run into Sullivan on the way through.
Villanova foul calling this number 12, Andrew Sullivan. That's his first
on Sullivan. Buchanan quickly back into the lineup, and Sullivan will check out to the Nova bench. And Buchanan just had an amazing stretch of success this year. Leads the Big East in threes made per game, more than 3.
Yeah, he's done a better job getting to the free throw line. People sell out in his threes, so he had to incorporate the bounce, and he's done that.
He's even tried a team-high 20 field goals in a game this year. That's an easy field goal try and conversion for Ontario West.
And that's Ricky Wright and Brooke Sales. Inside.
First 2 for Lett off the Panther bench. Ran the night trying to get this crowd, more than 6,700 strong, on its feet to make some noise. Points in the paint, it's all Panthers in that category. Wright trying to change that. Great catch down low. Page came in on defensive help. Wright's got it back, trying to get it, but can't leave his feet. Good hustle from Johnson, and he saves to Zavosky.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, every time they've gotten it close, there's white jerseys and arms everywhere.
Last 5 minutes of the first half, first 5 of the second half. Nova successfully kept the crowd out. Now that's changed considerably. Snowden carefully watches Brandon Knight. He's thinking one-on-one. Spin move, 15-footer, fall away, jumper. That's a pretty shot, Brandon Knight. Give him 7, and the lead balloons to 7 for Pittsburgh.
Hungry? You've come to the right place. The home of great brands and great taste. Conagra Foods. We set America's table. Still hungry? Conagra has the foods America craves at mealtime, snack time, or anytime. ConAgra Foods. We set America's table.
Hey, Ranger fans, if you love your Broadway blue shirts, you've got to catch MSG's exclusive pregame show, Geico Rangers Game Night. Get team news, interviews, and game analysis from the best in the business. In-depth features and stories on your favorite Ranger players, plus stats, matchups, and all those great action highlights.
You know, hits are a part and parcel to playing hockey, and it's part of the game, and you look forward to it.
Before they drop the puck, get the inside scoop on Geico Rangers Game Night, a half hour before Ranger games, only on MSG Network. One of the NHL's original franchises, a tradition as old as New York sports itself. There are no more devoted fans anywhere, and New Yorkers love their Broadway blue shirts. Messier, Leach, Richter, Lindros, Sam, JD, and the MSG crew bring you award-winning coverage from pregame to postgame and everything in between. New York Rangers hockey on MSG. The Rangers are in Motown to battle the Red Wings Wednesday night only on MSG.
7 points for Brandon Knight. 20 of the 22 Pittsburgh games, Doris has at least double figures. He's getting close.
College basketball is guard-driven, and when your point guard plays like Brandon Knight plays, you got a good chance to win games. Watch this. Little dribble, crossover, doesn't get him. Holds up, the hesitation, then he blew by. Ball got up away from him, but he creates space. He doesn't have great size, only 6 feet. But watch him create space at the end of this, and this is what he's going to have to do. He just, on the jump, he fades a little bit.
Let's take a look at Shooting the Rock, brought to you by Rolling Rock. Grab a rock. Field goal this half. Pittsburgh really has the big advantage. A 7-0 run now for the Panthers.
Now, Ben Howland said earlier this week on a conference call with the Big East conference, he said, I've coached John Stockton and Brian Shaw. And as far as Brandon Knight is concerned, he's at the same level in terms of basketball IQ. And that just speaks volumes about Brandon Knight's progression as a point guard.
Terry Ouellette picks up his third personal. He and Gene Monge having a running dialogue about how, in fact, that was not a foul, according to Ontario. Gene disagrees strongly. And he has the final word.
Yes, he does.
Here's Bryant, gets 3 beyond Johnson, then hits the pull-up.
Yeah, I think he's got to turn it up a little bit. This guy, when he gets double figures, he gives a little bit of assistance to Buchanan. It takes some pressure off him. And boy, for as well as Pitt has played, and it looks like they're going to blow you out. Nova climbs back in.
Still there. Only down by 5. Vasquez has not been an offensive factor at all in this game. Houston Donatis getting loose for a couple 3 balls. And loosening up the inside game quite a bit. Yes. He'll try left wing shot. Still strong. Buchanan a rebound.
Well, you talked about it, though, Dave. How patient is Pittsburgh? Boy, that shot clock gets under 10 quite often. They're going to run their sets.
Bill Bush says Chad Johnson a push. And the student section just behind. Outside of the floor, behind the scores table, vehemently disagrees.
Well, he looks like he's riding him a little bit. There's the contact. And that's where the whistle blows.
Time out on the floor. Things still very close from Fitzgerald.
Sponsored by Arrow.
Every car has its moment. This one has thousands per second. The new BMW 3 Series.
Test drive the ultimate driving machine at your local BMW center.
535-5555. That's the only number you need to know if you're injured in a car accident, a slip and fall, or been a victim of medical malpractice. 535-5555. At the law offices of Ferraro and Angeloni, our practice is dedicated to protecting your rights. 535-5555. Whether you're in the hospital or at home, we'll come to see you anytime, anywhere. Pick up the phone. Call me now for a free consultation. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 535-5555. Hablamos Español.
What brokerage firm offers investors over 140 branch offices with a personal broker to service you? One that has online trading with commissions as low as $7, free streaming quotes and charts with integrated trading, and 8,000 no-transaction fee mutual funds. The online trading service ranked highest in investor satisfaction by J.D. Power & Associates, as well as #1 by Kiplinger's Personal Finance magazine. Only one, Scottrade. Call 1-800-619-SAVE now or visit us at scottrade.com.
The trade.
5 of those have come by 7 points or less, and we're in that territory again. Very tight contest from Pittsburgh. Check in now with the BMW Ultimate Drive of the game.
Now Brandon Knight with the basketball in his hands, but he's going to give it over to Jerron Brown right down the heart of the paint, lays it softly over the rim. And with Jerron Brown and Brandon Knight, tough matchup. These are essentially two guys with a good handle, a good sense of what to do with the basketball.
Bryant knows what to do. Inbound to Gary Buchanan. Snowden out of the lineup. Buchanan will handle. Ricky Wright just about dragged that pivot foot in the paint. Buchanan got to penetrate. Lewis pointed that out. Not on the wing. He's got to try to penetrate for some offensive chances. Sale shot won't go, but it's right down low on a follow.
In Pittsburgh, if they're going to get beat, they're not shy about exchanging bigs with littles. Their guards and forwards will exchange it. Sometimes that hurts you down by the rim, and did so there.
Keeps things close. And you're right. A little bit of that added degree of extra effort in the second half for Nova's making a world of difference.
Yeah, I think defensively their intensity is so much better in the second half.
Brandon Knight's triple is short. Zavascas a hand the rebound and plucks it away. Outside the lane, Brandon tries again. It's a three.
Now, this is a guy who shot 28% from three as a freshman, but what did he do all off season? He worked on his perimeter game. He shot 1 million shots. Guess what? It pays off.
Second free ball for Knight in the game. First of the second half. Give him 10 points. 21 of 23 games this year. He's in double figures. Here's right down low. Left-hand shot. He'll have some free throws. Good pass from Bryant.
Yes. Well, Ricky Wright is capable. I think we've got to get him involved. Just 2 of 6 prior to that shot with 6 boards.
His third, team sixth.
Free throw numbers. How about Pittsburgh just getting the line one time? Amazing.
No, you were talking about that the first half, how those 8 free throws really kept Villanova in the game.
Ricky Wright, this year against Grambling in November to start the season, had a team high for the season, 18 free throws attempted in an early victory for Jay Wright's team. Led his team in scoring 8 times, and in rebounds 7 times, and blocked 7 times. Wright's had a big year.
Yeah, these are very respectable. If he gets this, it'll be 8 and 6, but he's also got 5 turnovers. And there are many games when he's hitting 4 or 5 and 6 turnovers. He's got to cut that number down.
He converts. Lead for one more time. Nova hanging around. Well within striking distance. Brown picked up his third, by the way, that last foul, sending right to the line. Knight will try a 3, it's short. Brown a hand on the rebound, Sales tipped it. Jerron Brown lays it in, +1. What an effort on the offensive glass for Brown, who is by far not the largest big man out there.
And I'll tell you, if you ran a night, you can shoot those perimeter jump shots if you know you've got great rebounders in position. Now he lets this one go early in the shot clock, and watch Jerron Brown pursue this ball. Just keeps working. His wingspan is excellent. He's big enough up top to take contact and still score.
So Jerron Brown tries just the second Pittsburgh free throw of the game, and he converts, make him 1 for 2 as a team. 3-point play for Brown. He's got 9 points. The foul's on Sales. That's his third. And Chris Charles is into the game quickly as Wright sits. Sales stays out with a 3 personal. Buchanan for Sales. Trying to get something going 15 feet away.
Villanova basket number 32.
They're starting to look for him a little bit more, especially at big points in the game. He's your senior. Remember, he had the game winner against Virginia Tech. Little tip in with 1.5 seconds left.
Nova sticks with a man-to-man. Page was so alive early. Zavascas. 3 for 3.
Zavascas was through, and he was calling for that thing because he knew the rookie Chris Charles was on him. And Charles doesn't want to come out to 19+ heat.
Donatus averages nearly 12 a game. Blocking foul called on Lett. Ontario's got 4 personal fouls. So the first 3-ball hit of the game for Zavascas opens the lead back to 8 points.
And number 3, Derek Snowden. In for Pittsburgh.
Snowden comes back into the game. Sales stays on the floor with the 3 fouls. Charles is out. And Morris returns, as does Knight. Lett with the 4 fouls is out. Brown with his 3 fouls takes a seat.
To the line for Villanova, number 23.
See three-point field goals, 43% by Nova coming in, just 2 of 7 tonight.
An automatic free throw machine. Talked about the 73 in a row. Last year broke it in February. He's got 2 perfect free throw games of 8 of 8, 9 of 9 this year already, and 2 more go down for Gary Buchanan. He will check out quickly. Now Snowden's back in officially.
Now, free throw shooters, great free throw shooters, they have that routine in their head, and they never divert from it. It's a real comfort to them. And he's got it, boy. He just sets, looks so confident.
As a team, Villanova, 15 of 16 from the line. Lead is 6 for Pittsburgh. Beginning of the 4-game stretch Jay Wright told us about. How tough will it be? Zabaskas has the answer. Buries a triple. Back-to-back threes.
Boy, what balance. You had Page early, then Brandon Knight took a turn stepping up. Now it's Zabaskas. Not one guy hurting you here. It's many different guys.
Lead back up to 9. Snowden pulls up. Here's Austin. Westman backs in with a bit of trouble and takes 1 extra step, says Will Bush. Turnover will give the ball right back to Pittsburgh. Buchanan and Wright return. Sullivan and Austin will take a seat. Marcus Austin trying to make something happen. Right low block. And if we talked about freshmen like Craig Forth of Syracuse starting to get lack of calls. You got to learn the league, learn the officials, right?
You're not going to get the benefit of the doubt like Sales might.
Exactly. Rim-rocking stuff sends this building into a frenzy. Was he way up there? Offensive foul. Snowden, the fans go crazy.
And Brandon Knight leading the emotional charge. He is so fired up. Well, I don't know. You know, everybody talks about Queth Dwaney for Syracuse being the best dunker in the Big East. I think Julius Page is right there with him.
Elevation would be an understatement with Julius Page. Snowden is out. He's got 4 personals. That hurts Nova's cause pretty badly. Lead to 11. Morris is pushed, did not travel. Sullivan and Sales both there. Sales has got 4 fouls. Turnover numbers, second half. How about Pittsburgh?
0 turnovers. They did a great job in the first half. And now in the second, even better with ball control.
So Marcus Austin, inexperienced as he is, has got to return into the Nova lineup. Sales with the 4 fouls. He and Snowden each have 4. Take a seat. Page.
Now listen, they were thinking dunk in the middle of the floor, but Snowden pushed him off. O'Brien pushed him off, made him go to the right, and he still sticks a jump.
So Page can jump and dunk you to death or hit the fadeaway on the baseline. Give him a game-high 16 points. Steal from Knight. Brandon leads the charge with a 1-on-2. Layup hits the great shot. Jay Wright has seen more than enough.
What an impressive run here by Pitt. They're always tough in the building. They've done this all night, gotten a hand on the basketball. Brandon Knight in perfect help position. Now watch this, because Buchanan cuts him off right. The reverse, sticks it anyway. Remember, he threw the charge in the opposite play down here, and that's a big turnaround.
What a great look that was in the replay, Doris, of Brandon Knight watching Austin's eyes. 1 step ahead of the pass, gets in the passing lane, and picks it off, starts the break, which he converts himself. The guard story has been the story.
This is what we talked about at the start of the game. You've got 11 rebounds amongst the 3 guards, and please watch Julius Page get up. Yes, sir. We might call him Caesar after that dunk. Julius Caesar, because he's the boss.
All hail to Caesar.
Wow, all hail, no question.
Was he up there?
But I'll tell you, last year against Georgetown, at Georgetown, the win, to stop that 16-game win streak that Craig Esherick's team went on. Julius Page early in the game dunked in the face of Ruben Boumche. I swear his feet were at Boumche's mouth. That's how high up he was.
Snowden, offensive foul, and he's done. That's Derek Snowden's 5th foul.
And you don't have really any options here. You're going to have Buchanan slide up to the 1, but you've got no depth. Been a problem all year for Villanova.
Largest lead of the game for Pittsburgh. It's 15. Snowden is fouled out.
Certified pre-owned BMW. Getting one couldn't be easier. Take one for a test drive today. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
This is a Cooper Union Architecture Studio, which is composed of architecture students. You're picking out two amazing ideas, Fritz Lang's Metropolis and his reading of the modern movement. The modern movement in architecture was not a style. The modern was against style.
It's a parasite that latches on to the corners of modernist buildings.
I have to make money, but the money isn't the first thing. The idea is the first thing.
For 80 years, TIA CREF has managed money for people with other things to think about.
This may be the car your mother warned you about. And right now, you can get the uniquely designed Chrysler PT Cruiser starting under $16,900. And the best part? There's no more waiting, because there's plenty in stock for immediate delivery. We promise we won't tell your mother. Chrysler PT Cruiser. Drive one home today for a great price. Exclusively from Chrysler. Our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge, because love is a commitment.
Start of the second half, Villanova actually had themselves a lead. 9-0 run now for Pittsburgh, and they've just taken over. Let's take a look at the best play of the game, brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Now, Brandon Knight's a superb passer. Julius Page, one of the best athletes in the Big East. And I mean, he's just up so high. There's no answer there by Villanova. There's no Brutus and Cassius running around in a Villanova uniform. So Julius, all hail. Wow.
My goodness.
But they faced this kind of push before, Villanova. Pittsburgh spread them, and they've gotten back in. Do they have another push right here? Now, here's your problem. You've got your best scorer who's now moved up to the 1. Bryant plays your 2, Sullivan at your 3 for Villanova.
Buchanan has 9 points and no threes yet. Vasquez has 2 triples in the second half that really spearheaded the Pittsburgh run. Got the crowd into the game again. Shot clock at 10. Knight so calm, in control. Pull up. Back iron, Morris a hand on the rebound, oversails. And Pittsburgh keeps it. Not much going right for Jay Wright right now.
All the bounces go Pittsburgh's way.
Vasquez on the baseline. Pull up, fires for Johnson. Page will reset.
Wisely so now. You've got the lead. Understand ball control. Run your sets. They've been patient all afternoon.
Nova maintains the man-to-man. Vasquez free ball, a little bit short. Morris a hand on the rebound, but also a hand on some bodies down low. And Torrey commits the foul.
Pittsburgh foul called against number 55, Torrey Morris.
That's his second.
Teammate.
What a job Ben Howland has done. 8th year overall coaching, 3rd year at Pittsburgh with a superb job in 5 years at Northern Arizona.
Brought that program to the NCAAs. Now Pittsburgh is next up. This should be win number 19 on the year. As we talked about, only a handful of schools have 18 victories at this point of the season. This will tie last year's win output already with 6 regular season games to go after today.
Now you look down their schedule, there's some winnable games for Pittsburgh heading down the stretch. So many people talk about that run they made in the Big East tournament, getting to the championship game for the first time in history, as being the thing that set the precedent coming into this year. Ben readily acknowledges, yes, we built off that momentum from a season ago.
Plenty of people in this town are talking Pittsburgh basketball. The new Peterson Event Center around the corner. And where we are here at Fitzgerald, looks like it's almost ready for basketball. We're getting pretty close to the construction.
Well, they wanted to be ready for commencement this year. It'll definitely be available for Big East basketball next season.
Vasquez overplayed by Wright, then Ricky kicks it, hustle and grab it, sliding on the baseline, goes out of bounds. Great effort.
That's just great hustle. Yeah, look at Jay Wright coaching from the sideline. He said to his guys, go help him up. See, this is the mentality he's trying to establish here at Villanova, and a culture. And you've got to play hard for 40 minutes. You've got to be committed to one another. He's working, Jay Wright, making progress in that regard.
Ricky Wright hobbled a bit after the dive, trying to save it, and Charles will return to the Nova lineup. So Ricky Wright showing. Jay Wright told us about today, playing 40 minutes of intense basketball. You have a big lead to play hard. In this case, if you're down by as many as 13, forget about the clock and score.
Yes, it doesn't matter. You play at the highest level no matter what.
Ontario let free for 82.
He's a nice addition because Torrey Morris continues to develop, but Ontario let the junior college gives you another big body inside. Got an excellent wingspan, good touch around the rim, good understanding. What a nice compliment to Torrey Morris, Ontario let.
So Ontario let Chad Johnson and Javon Troutman. Each have contributed offensively for Ben Howland off the Pitt bench. Sales know where to go with it. Finally, Bryant rotates through. Shot clock at 10 and counting for Reggie Bryant. Look at let way out on Bryant. Tough matchup. Sales a pump fake on Zabaskas, can't hit. Charles a handle rebound. The 7-footer from Milwaukee can't hold it. Page running to left. And a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, that's 6'6", 265 coming at you. Taking some hit and still going to the rim with it. Watch this, Julius. Good dish. 6'6", 265
some
going
hit.
full
He was
speed.
tackled by Sullivan.
That's coming full speed. Wow.
Wow, Andrew Sullivan trying desperately to prevent an easy layup without hurting Ontario Let. Ontario Let hurts Villanova for 2 plus a foul.
Nice finish there. The big factor what Pittsburgh did this summer. Article in the paper here talked about how committed these guys were to the weight room and their development, obviously playing a huge part of that.
Field goals outstanding for Pittsburgh, especially in the second half. And look at how many more attempts they've had than Villanova. Here, Wright wants a timeout. 30-second play stop. 18 on the shot clock in this possession. Under 5 to go second half.
What an impressive effort here in the second half by Pitt. And you know what, Dave? That was after Villanova got their first lead. They responded from that point on.
We talked about this murderous point of the schedule for Jay Wright's team. All ranked squads. Hurricanes at Perry Park, UCLA in Philly at the Pavilion, and then UConn on the road. Don't forget Providence playing well after their win today.
And Pittsburgh on the opposite side, they've got Seton Hall twice. And in between there, Syracuse, West Virginia, and Rutgers. Now, Pittsburgh will play Seton Hall twice and West Virginia twice down the stretch. Two teams that have struggled in conference play. So those are definitely winnable games. The Syracuse one is tough, no question. Rutgers, Gary Waters has done a sensational job. They compete hard every night. Gary Waters, defensively very stingy.
Rutgers 5th place, Big East West coming in. 13-7 overall, 4-4 in league play. Don't forget tonight, Syracuse on the road at Rutgers. That's a tough game for the Orangemen. Jim Boeheim's team really struggling, rebounding of late.
Yes. No, they're not a great rebounding team, so Jim talks about being committed. They need their guards to board it.
UConn in the play against Miami. Jones talked about how important that game is. Bryant, loose ball, right side. It's a little bit long. Zabaskas up high. Defensive glass. 18-point Pittsburgh lead. By Sullivan. Ben Howland, you have to be happy to have Brandon Knight controlling the ball.
Oh, no, he understands what to do with it. He's going to stay spread. He's going to make sure it gets under 10 before they get a look.
That's under 5 right now. Kick out, Brown, spin, baseline, Bryan all over him, and Reggie makes a steal. On the move, trying to hit right, but led him a little too much. It didn't help that Brandon Knight was in Reggie Bryant's face trying to pass the ball up court. It's all Pittsburgh.
Federal law requires all advertisers to provide reasonable support for advertising claims before they are made. Was that reasonable enough? BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Drive one at your local BMW center.
At Advanced Auto Parts, we believe in doing it yourself. So we made this commercial ourselves.
We had Florence here check out the prices of our competitors versus ours. Do you have the results? But first, Florence, would you ever lie to millions of Americans who really want to believe that someone on TV is capable of telling the truth?
Never.
Go.
Advance is still the queen of low prices.
Queen, Florence?
As long as I'm here.
Queen's fine.
This summer at Madison Square Garden, a blockbuster so big it can only happen in New York. It's a must-see story of determination, teamwork, intensity, and a whole lot of fun. It's the New York Liberty, battling the best in the WNBA, the most affordable entertainment in New York. Season tickets are on sale now. Call 212-465-6073 or visit nyliberty.com.
Today's Big East Conference basketball game is being brought to you by BMW. Test drive the ultimate driving machine at your local BMW center. And by ConAgra Foods, we set America's table. Beautiful skyline, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh Golden Triangle. It is all Pittsburgh in the second half. This game was tied 33-all, 15-31 remaining in the second half, but basically since then, all Panthers. Out-of-town scores from different conferences going on, top 25 teams.
And Kansas all over Colorado. Wow, an impressive win. They're getting better and better, and Texas getting beat handily. Rick Barnes' team, boy, some injuries playing a part in what's gone on there.
Interesting Big 12.
Yes.
As things develop here late season. Page, three-pointer. Left side, not there, right. Flucks away the defensive rebound. Sullivan off that deep outlet pass. Don't want him handling too far away from the basket. Tail skip pass through Buchanan. Finally trying to get loose. And he finally hits the three we've been waiting for all game. His first triple of the day.
He does set quickly, boy. His feet get underneath. He gets it off in a hurry.
He's got 12 and only one three-pointer, and the lead at 15. Knight easily to the hoop. No one picks it up, and Brandon takes advantage.
I'll tell you this. If you make the mistake of reaching on Brandon Knight, because you're not going to strip him. He's got too solid a handle. You make the mistake of trying to reach, he's going to go right by you.
Give him 14. Page has a game and team-high 16 points. And the lead at 17. Bryant can't hit. Tip not there as well. Right good hustle on the far side and pick it up. Bryant gets a high screen from right. Loose ball and Sales.
Number 32, Brooks Sayers.
Sales has not been a factor. That's been a big problem for Villanova. Look at points in the paint. Huge advantage for Ben Howland's team.
Scored by 22. And that was the area we thought they might be able to take advantage of. Pittsburgh was a one question mark. They're guard driven. Do they have enough inside?
Page, extra step prior to the contact. And Tim Higgins. 8 turnovers of the game for Pittsburgh. That's it. Not bad for almost 2 halves of basketball.
No, there's no question. You can win a lot of games if you defend, take care of the ball, rebound it.
They average 14.3 a game. Well, under per game average. Take care of the ball.
That's something John Chaney preaches. Why he's won so many games at Temple.
Now Buchanan loosens up, hits 2 dribbles, but maybe too late. Give him 15 points.
A full timeout.
And 2 threes coming after the margin was as much as 18 points in favor of the Panthers. This game produced and distributed by ESPN Regional Television. Big East Conference basketball from the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. 50th and final year. This great old building. It's got character, great flair to it, but as you see with a lot of other campuses, Doris, they get their brand new buildings. People say, boy, why don't we do this sooner? It really is nice for the fans to be comfortable, for the media to have all the services they like to have.
This place used to rock. Remember Jerome Lane and Charles Smith used to have a little dunk counter in the corner. And it was times that were very memorable here in Fitzgerald. Villanova, help is on the way. Villanova's first recruiting class under Jay Wright is sensational. The headline in that is Jason Frazier out of Amityville, New York. He also got 3 very productive guards, so there's going to be depth on next year's Villanova team. You should have a better time handling the basketball. Alan Ray, Curtis Sumter, those 2 guards. Jay Wright taking advantage of those New York City, New Jersey recruiting connections he built at Hofstra. So Villanova fans, heads up, because this is a team and a program that is on its way.
He told us before the game, make sure you mention those recruits. We're doing well in that department. Gotta be sure that gets out there to the public. There's the game reset. Have all timeouts straight. Pittsburgh hoping not to use any timeout. Just get the clock through for another victory. Their 19th of the year. 7-3 in Big East play. 13-1 at home.
There's your 4 corners offense, essentially. Smith, the mastermind of that.
Let right baseline out for Knight. Shot clock dwindles under 10. And the Knight, Buchanan watching him closely. He's got to pull up from 18. Right side, it's way long. Brown a hand on it. That will be a shot clock violation. Never got the iron. So Nova gets it back. Just a minute 15 to go in the second half. Andreas Block is going to make his first appearance in the game. Villanova #1 from Germany.
For the Panthers, #2, Siobhan Trotman.
And Trotman returns for Pittsburgh. Jay Wright left block some of the reserves in the game. Chris Charles against Virginia Tech on Wednesday at the Pavilion when V-Tech made a nice run.
Yes.
Kept it close. Wanted to make sure those guys had some valuable experience. Buchanan cannot hit, but he is foul outside the arc. That's a free throw.
Pittsburgh foul called against #1, Julius Page, his first team 9th. To the line for Villanova, #22, Gary Buchanan.
So Buchanan to shoot the free throws for Villanova. Doesn't matter now what the final score will be. He's got yet another free throw. Villanova 16 of 17 for the game. Buchanan has hit all of his free throws, of course. Coming in the last 2 games, he had 48 points, 17 of 30 from the floor. He's even better, more than 61% in the last 2 games. Gary Buchanan from 3-point range as Trotman comes out.
Those numbers, when you think that he's drawn the best defender night in and night out, they throw box and one at him quite often. He's still getting 19 a game.
Makes it even more amazing. Charles comes back in, blocked. Very brief appearance for Jay Wright. Standard 3 free throw appearance. Gary Buchanan, it's 3 more. 18 for the game for Gary. That'll look nice on the stat sheet in the paper tomorrow morning, but it has not been the story. They've really held him in check. All the points coming after the game really had been decided. We're down to 9 now with a minute even to go.
Against #12, Andrew Sullivan, his 3rd, team 8.
Sullivan comes out. Free throw numbers incredible for Nova, but it hasn't helped him that much.
Helped him stay in it the first half.
In the lineup for Villanova, #1, Andreas Block.
Sullivan and Charles quickly out. Offensive defensive substitutions. Pattern going on now from Jay Wright. Page, a huge story. Incredible athleticism, can do a little bit of everything. We saw him hit a couple threes early in the game that really turned the tide of the Panthers.
Villanova, Pittsburgh has shot fairly well from the free throw line side, but that had been a shaky area coming into the ball game. That's one thing as this team heads down the line. They're only 59% as a team coming into tonight's game. When March rolls around, good free throw shooting is imperative.
Page 80% coming in. Hits a couple more, and Buchanan another three. Boys, he caught fire late.
Yeah, and now they're going to hit, and they are got it under double digits. Now they won't have time to hit, and this one should seal it.
Vasquez, the easy layup. Another assist from the Big East Conference leading assist man, Brandon Knight. 16 second half points for Buchanan, 20 in all, including three balls. Will not be enough, it appears. 31 seconds left, some fouling going on.
Villanova foul called against number 5, Ricky White, his third, team A.
Third on Wright. And Zavascus to shoot the one-on-one.
Line for Pittsburgh, number 5, Donatas Zavascus.
So many of the 6,700 plus heading for the exits. And a post-game celebration here in Pittsburgh. 4th straight sellout. If they can do it again, in the Panthers' next game, they can equal what was done 91-92. 5 straight sellouts on their home floor. That is against Seton Hall, February 7th.
You win games, people come to see you at just the right time with the Peterson Event Center.
2 more for Donatas. He breaks into double figures. 3 Panthers, at least 10 points apiece in today's game. 25 and counting. Reggie Bryant, leaner from 3. A lot of contact on the rebound block. Cannot get a hold of it. Sales had it stripped. Bryant, a 3. Rattles around, somehow didn't fall. Wright had it stripped on the way up. That was a big story of the first half.
An impressive win at home after Villanova gets the lead. Pittsburgh responded, and responded in a big way.
Buchanan inbound. Block could be the final possession for Nova. It's way off. Three-pointer. Page way up high on a rebound. And that will do it.
And that is the end of the game with a final score. Pittsburgh 71, Villanova 69.
Impressive here at home. Ben Hallen's club only 1 loss on the year here at Fitzgerald.
Team in game high 18 for Julius Page. Knight at 14, 12 for Zavascus. That's 3 players in double figures. Overall, they're able to weather the storm as well as anyone could.
Yeah, you got to
Brandon Knight, a huge story again.
You've got to take care of your home court. Ben Hallen's club does that after. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Nice to see you. Ben Hallen, head coach of the Pittsburgh Panthers, joining us here now. And Ben, what an impressive second half. Villanova.
I can't hear anything. They got no volume.
Villanova took the lead in the second half early, and your guys responded in a big way.
You know, I was really proud of, we had a great lead there in the first half, and we let it slip away. I think we were up 27-15, if I'm not mistaken. And so, Villanova's got a good team, and this is a team that's playing very well right now. They had made, I think, 24 out of 38 last threes, and you saw at the end there they started making those threes. I thought our defense was the key for us to win, as it's been all year long. And when we play good defense, we're going to have a good chance to win ball games. And I thought, Brandon and Julius Page played great again tonight. We did get some feeds inside and scored. I remember Ontario Led had a big play down there where we got a layup down there. But we feel good. I mean, we're 7-3 right now, and we get a few days now. We've been playing so many games in a row, Doris. It's like you never get a chance.
Julius Page was sensational today, and he draws the best guy offensively. He does a great job on Buchanan, but offensively he's come around.
He's a very, very good player. Julius Page is just a sophomore. The nice thing about this team is that we have only 1 senior, and that's Chad Johnson. So, hopefully we can finish our last 6 games and finish up strong.
Well, you play like this, you're going to win a lot of games. Ben, we appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate it.
Coach and Doris, thanks so much. So, final score, Pittsburgh takes it 71-59 as they get their 19th win of the year in front of a packed house at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. More than 6,700 on hand. Watching the thunderous alley-oop dunk, Julius Page from Brandon Knight. For the entire crew, my partner Doris Burke, It's Dave Ryan saying so long from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Panthers roll. This has been a presentation of ESPN Plus, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports television. So long from Pittsburgh.
Get your direct ticket.